need him to keep growing in, and I saw him take a step forward today, and we need him to continue to do that.
You mentioned Mays and Sadler. Looked like there was a lot more confidence in the gap stuff going around with the pulls.
Yeah, we just, we felt like with their front and how they played, that, we'd be able to run some of our counter stuff, whether it be, GT or just, pulling one guy. We did a little bit of both. So we did some good stuff. We didn't have a ton of TFLs, and we had the one sack on a screen. We, probably need to get that ball on the ground right there. I think they got on it quick and kind of looking off, and we had a screen set up. But you want them to rush right there. It's not like we're trying to protect. We want them to rush. So that's one area. And then we had one TFL where I have to look at it on tape, but the end made the tackle on the speed sweep. And I don't know if our timing was off right there, but we'll see if we can clean that up. But we leaned on our zone, and it's kind of what we do. We did some same side stuff, did a little bit of pistol, and some of the same cross stuff that we've done all year. But at the end of the day, you got to cover people up. Backs got to hit it. I thought both backs were very patient today, and popped some nice runs for us.
Coach, the freshman really stole the show today. 4 interceptions by freshmen, including pick 6 by Lewis in his first start, diving one-handed catches all over the place, Brown and Sapp touchdowns. How exciting is it to see those guys?
Man, it's awesome. That's why we recruited them, and those guys have been working and preparing, and it's fun to see them grow in their confidence and to be able to go out, and now it just puts wind in everybody's sails. We've got a really good group, a lot of guys back on defense. Obviously we're going to lose a few guys, but we got a lot of dudes that are going to be back, especially in that front and that secondary. So I'm super excited. Woodaz, he's just a sophomore, so you saw again. I was proud of Kobe today, stepping up, being prepared, being ready, knowing his assignments, knowing what to do. And then Jamal and Dee are going to be good players. They just got a little baptism by fire today. So it's awesome. Those guys took advantage of the opportunity. Khalil Barnes still looked like a freshman. He feels like he's a junior running around out there. But he really is just a freshman. And so it was great. It's great to see him making plays. Again, even offensively, what's happening is going to be a real positive. We won't have, nobody even knows who Cole Turner is, and I'm telling you, this guy is a absolute superstar. And Antonio Williams, we've just forgotten about him. And so we got some guys, Walker Parks, Marcus Tate. We got some real key pieces that aren't out there right now. But man, Salato's been able to grow a little bit this year as basically a redshirt freshman because he gets a year back. Adam is trending in a good direction. He's playing with a broken hand, but he's playing. He broke his hand last year, the right hand. Now he broke his left hand. Same bone, same hand. So I don't know, but he's able to play. It's not surgical. We just kind of at the club during the week, but then during game day they put like a thing over it. He's regaining, I'd say, his confidence. Bo has had a great year for us. He's made some big plays. He's having his best year for us. Ronan, even though you're not seeing a lot of production in the stat column, that kid's getting better. Really proud of him. Of course, Tyler has been awesome. So, it's good to see Olsen get out there today. Good to see Josh make a big play. We've got a lot of good days ahead. A lot of good young talent and more on the way.
Coach, talk about how the offense is clicking. The defense definitely has been locking down from allowing 28 and 24 in the 2 road losses. You talk about how big the home crowd was these last 2 weeks, now holding the Irish to 23 and today the Jackets to 21. Just talk about that transition just from those 2 losses to these 2 wins on the defensive side of all, Coach Goodwin.
Yeah, defense has been all year, honestly. That's probably one of the bad things, but one of the good things too. Literally our defense has played well enough to be a playoff team. I've seen enough of defenses around here. It's a good group, they're really good. But we just we have not done our part offensively in taking care of the ball. You know, we've scored a bunch of points for the other team, and we lead the nation in fumbles. So that's really tough. But the positive is our team has stayed together. Our team has stayed together. Those guys have not pointed fingers. They've continued to battle. They battle for each other. They you know, you win together, you lose together, and that part, that's something that you don't really see until you get in a situation like we've been in this year. Yeah, is it frustrating everybody? Yep. Man, those kids love each other. They really do, and that is special when you get to see that as a coach. It's easy when everything's great, and everybody's all in when you're 9-0 or whatever, 10-0, and everything's going great. But we've had some, especially one side of the ball in particular, and not only one side of the ball, but one particular area, you know, really hurt you multiple times when you've got this side, which really puts you in a position to win. You know, sometimes if you don't have the right culture, if you don't have the right character, and that can splinter your team. And our kids have stayed together. They've been awesome. Our staff, and I'm really proud of that. I mean, the Tyler Davises, the Rooks, Trotter, Carter, them guys have been amazing because they've played their butts off all year. They really have. They put us in position to win every single game. And it's good to see them be rewarded a little bit, you know, to see the offense, starting to click and be what we know we can be. And so that stinks, you know, because I know we're a lot better team than what our record says we are right now. But we're not. I mean, there's different types of 64 teams, but I'm also thankful that I've had a chance to kind of have affirmed, who our people are and what they're all about. And inside our locker room, we got a bunch of good people, good people and staff, and certainly in that locker room. And I am proud of that.
Coach, last week Cade told us he was talking about his performance, and he said, I didn't do anything crazy, I didn't do anything spectacular, but we did our jobs. Well, this week you threw for over 200 yards and found 4 different guys as he threw for those touchdowns. What did you like from his performance today?
Yeah, I thought he just did a good job playing one play at a time. He just really was consistent with that. He, as I said, made some plays with his legs that were huge for us in conversions, but also putting us in like the 4th and 1. He took care of the ball. I know we had the 1 pick because Chapel, we're going to get a pick a game, of course. And he just really didn't make the right throw. It was a good read, and it really, Brady might have been a little flat. He probably should have been a little higher on his angle, but there was still an area I thought he could have thrown the ball in the grass a little bit more, or put it high and outside where the big 6'5" guy could go get it. So he was a little flat and a little behind, and that kid made a great play. But I just thought he took care of the ball, did a nice job, made good decisions. Just kind of had good poise, and just never really got too high or too low. I just think he's growing in that area. So it was a really good game for him, and it was what was needed today. Last week was every game week to week is different type of challenges, and that's what we needed today. And man, he answered. And you know what? The guys made plays for him, and it's just when your confidence starts to build, and you see a guy make a play, it's amazing how it's contagious, right? That play Bo made was awesome, and that's kind of a read for Cade, and he took it, and then the play to 6. That little guy, man, what a play! And next thing you know, man, it just kind of feeds that enthusiasm. Players make plays, and I thought Cade put the ball in a position where his guys could make plays, and those guys made plays. He's the one that should have made a play on the throwback. It was a terrible throw by Maffa. Wide open. It's probably going to walk in. Terrible throw, but the receiver's supposed to make the quarterback right. And if you touch it, you catch it. And he got 2 hands on that ball. It was a terrible throw, so it was a drop on number 2 on the throwback. Dang it. He had it.
Coach, go ahead, Larry.
It seems like Tyler gives your quick screen games some juice that haven't maybe had in a while. I guess plus the blocking as well and just the timing of it.
Yeah, I mean, you know, without Antonio, Antonio's had a lot of big plays for us, the screen game for sure, but, you know, that's the type of guys they are, you know, especially in the slot, but, yeah, he's a powerful runner. He's a strong, you know, I'm not saying he's Jacoby, but he brings that Jacoby presence. You guys that have been around here remember Jacoby, even that number 6 that he wears, he's compact, but he's really strong, and he's an explosive, you know, when he goes, but he plays bigger than he is. So, runs behind his pads well, he's got good vision. Yeah, he's a weapon for us.
Coach, on that block field goal,
One of these days, we're gonna have him and Antonio for maybe more than a game. It's gonna be a great day, one of these days.
the block field goal was 47 yards. Did White's just kick that a little low, trying to get distance?
Timeout got us. You know.
NC State, Dave Doran did the same thing.
Yeah, they got us, man. Dadgummit, Brent Key. He made it. But yeah, he just missed it. He just chunked it the second one. You know, kind of like Larry chunks his sandwich every now and then. You know. He just chunked it. He just didn't quite get under it. I mean, Larry just kind of got. I think it looked like his foot kind of got stuck. That's what he said. But he hit the first one great, and he just chunked it. But that's well within his range. He can make that.
Coach, what were y'all doing to confuse King out there? He looked like there's a lot of times he didn't recognize what y'all were doing.
I mean, you have to ask him that. I mean, we just, you know, lined up and tried to communicate, make sure we had all the gaps covered. You know, we